Today, I'm going to ask that you go around your house and look for items that have interesting shapes if we were to trace them. Things that have holes in it, things that can open and close, make interesting shapes when you do that. Something with gears even. We're going to do repetition and variation. Okay, I want to take this rectangular piece of paper and I want to make it into a square. So if we were to take the top corner and fold it in a way that when this line gets to a point right there, I'm just going to put a little bit of mark. That's where I'm going to be cutting my paper so that this is square. So if I use a ruler now, line it up straight. Okay. And if I cut on this line, I'll have a square. Okay. Now I'm going to take this paper and I'm going to divide it into 3 because I wanted to make boxes. So this is 9 inches. So if we divide 9 in 3, it'd be 3 inches. 3, 6, 9. 3, 6, 9. So again, using your ruler, since it's 9 inches, you can see on the ruler there it says 9. Dividing this into 3, so that would be at the 0, 3, 6, the edge is 9. Turn it the other way, do it again. Go to the 0, and find 3. The long line is represented there as 3. 6, the long line is where the 6 is, and then you're at 9. Do it again. We use rulers a lot in art, don't we? 3, 6, again, 9. Turn it, I'm almost done. Go to 0 at the edge of the paper, and 9, 3, 6. Now, this only works if your paper is 9 inches wide. This paper is 9 by 12. If you're doing printer paper, I'll show you how to do it without a ruler, but let's just watch first and then I'll show you how to guesstimate. 3. Now, connecting. Okay. Making a grid. Okay. You could always ask somebody to help you. We just want to have 9 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And they're all the same size, 3 inches by 3 inch square. Another thing you can do is take a piece of cardboard or paper and measure 3 inches. This isn't quite 3 inches. I think it's a little smaller. Oh, it is 3 inches. So 3 inches and 3 inches, and I could have taken this box and just traced to make my 9. Okay. So now you have to pick your item that you're going to use as a repetition, a pattern. But the pattern's not going to be an identical pattern. It's going to be a variation of a pattern, showing variety. Makes it much more interesting. I think I'm going to use this scissor. The scissor, I'll put that away. So I'm going to start by putting it somewhere inside the first box and tracing it. Okay. That's my first one. Now I can turn it, maybe open it up. This is where the pattern changes into a variation. Okay. Maybe here. Let's see. Have it going off the edge of the paper. But whatever you're doing, you're only drawing inside one box at a time. Okay. Maybe the point. Maybe this time I'm going to use this part. this up. Have some fun with this. Okay. Let's open it way up for this box. Just be careful if you are using a sharp object like scissors that you don't cut yourself. Oops, my paper moved. Don't let your item move. Okay, let's see. Flip it over maybe. You'll do it like that. Filling up the paper. Try to stay within one box. Oop. Let's see, and my last one. What could be interesting? I think I did that one already. Let's just do going off the edge. Oops, it moved. Careful. Okay, so that's my pattern with variation. For my friends that are struggling using the ruler, so here's what we're going to do. Take your paper and just figure out, well, if I were to put a mark and I had 3 spaces and I want them similar, it doesn't have to be exact, but just put your fingers there. Wait until you see it and it looks okay. I have 3 different sections. Then take your pencil and just put a little mark. Let's see, where should the other one be? Maybe around there. Call that a guesstimate, an estimate. Okay, you turn your paper and you do it again. Let's see, how about there? Sometimes measurement is easy to see with your eye. Okay, and then if you turn your paper and you don't want to make it into a square, then we just want to do it 4 times. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. So maybe, see, I'm using the same. It's about 4 about the same. So just put a little mark there and there. So really, I'm making 3 marks. 1, 2, 3. You see that? 1, 2, 3 breaks this section into 4 different spaces. So turn it again. And I'm going to do it again. Use this little symbol. So here's 1, 2, 3, and then I can use my ruler. Rather than having a square and only having 9, I'll have 12. So you'll have 12 opportunities to repeat in a variation. So all I'm doing is connecting those dots. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then I can take my scissor, the same thing I did, and just repeat it in different angles, just like I did with this one. Okay? So, good luck and have fun. Okay, the next step is going to be getting your Sharpie and your ruler. And put your ruler up against your lines. Open your fingers up wide, like the letter Y, and push down so that your ruler doesn't move. Okay? Hold your marker straight up and down so that you can trace up against the ruler. So your line is nice and straight. Straight up and down. My marker's running out. Oh, I go through a lot of markers. Alright, turn it and do it again. Open your fingers up like the letter Y. Push it up against the ruler. Push down. Make sure it lines up before you push down. Now you, oh, that's a good marker. Good Sharpie. Over. That's so easy. Then you take your Sharpie and all of your pencil lines that you drew, in your repetition and variation, you're going to now trace. Just like that. Now what's happening is you're actually creating shapes that are creating negative and positive space. When I talk about negative and positive space, I'm talking about the empty space and the space where the objects or the elements are. So the negative space would be the empty space, and the positive space would be where the objects and the elements are. That's simple. For the next step, I'm going to be using colored markers, and the shape where the scissors were, I'm leaving that white, but the spaces that are open, the negative space, I'm going to make them different colors. Now you can choose whether or not you're going to make all of those spaces within a box one color, or you can change it depending on your feeling of this design. Okay, you can choose, it's your art. So I think I'm going to put similar colors in each box. I'm choosing warm colors, and I'm going to alternate, and I'm going to do warm, cool, warm. So I like the idea of the pattern. I'm going to put something underneath so I don't color my table. It's a good thing to do at home, especially if you're working at a kitchen table and there's a nice tablecloth. You don't want to ruin your tablecloth, which I have. In fact, I melted my tablecloth because I put my iron down on it when I was making masks, and wasn't so happy when I realized that my tablecloth melted. Yeah, it did. So I had to throw it out. Okay, so this is my one box. These are negative space. Negative space. The scissors stay white. That is the positive space, even though it's empty. There we go. So here I chose warm colors. Okay. In the next box, I'm going to use cool colors. So blues, greens, purples. I'm going to use a light blue. So inside the negative space is going to be where the color is. This negative space goes all the way around because it's open there. Never be afraid to turn your paper, especially if it's small enough that it's not nailed down to your table. If you can keep your hand steady, move the paper. Absolutely. Move that over. Use the side of the nib, making thicker lines. It's good control. Okay. Just like that. Oops. Yes, I colored my table. I'm sure it'll wash right off. Unlike my tablecloth that melted. Okay. And I'm going to use the purple. Again, the scissor shape stays white. So those are the cool colors. I'm going to keep going through my design. Warm colors and cool colors.